Arsenal are going to be given an opportunity that we cannot miss. This could be the perfect time for Arsenal. We're going to speak about that and also, of course, the game against West Ham tomorrow. And there is also a central midfielder that Arsenal are being linked with that I definitely want to get people's opinions on. Before we get into it, if you could do me a very quick favour, just hit like on this video. So there's a big game tomorrow, and as always, I asked for score predictions. In the last video, anyone wasn't able to get the correct score prediction because, of course, Arsenal won 5-1 against Sporting. And in this video, I just want to ask the same question. What is your score prediction for the Arsenal versus West Ham game? And if anyone can get it right in the breakdown video, I'll flash it up on screen so everyone can see who has the best football knowledge. Let me know your score prediction. So, look, this chance I'm talking about is, of course, the fact that Man City and Liverpool have a huge chance this weekend to drop points. They're both playing each other Sunday, 4 o'clock, Anfield, Liverpool versus Man City. So you're looking at that one and saying, like, one of these teams are going to drop points. So Arsenal either have a chance to overtake City or try and gather some ground on Liverpool, who just seem relentless at the minute. I was thinking, look, they're playing Real Madrid midweek. They're going to be knackered. What do? Breeze past Real Madrid 2-0, but then they have another massive game on the weekend against Man City. And this is the perfect chance for Arsenal, like I said, to just close that gap on Liverpool. A draw would probably be a great result. Man City win also wouldn't be the worst result in the world because we're only 1 point behind Man City. And if we win and Man City win, keeping that 1 point gap for me wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. Let me know your guys' thoughts. Would you rather a Liverpool win, a Man City win, or a draw? I can understand the draw and Man City win in my opinion. But this could be, like I said, perfect timing. Arsenal just seem like they're coming into some form. 3-0 against Forest. And then we go away to Sporting and we win 5-1. So Arsenal are playing with a confidence and a fluidity at the minute that we just want to see being continued tomorrow away at West Ham. Now, West Ham are a good side. They've picked up a couple of good results recently. Obviously against Newcastle is the main one. But before that, they're kind of hit and miss at the minute. If I'm being honest, they linger in about 14th position in the Premier League. So this is a game I'm looking at and saying football isn't always a game that you can look at and be played on paper. You don't just say this team's better than that team, so they should win. But I think this game tomorrow could just be as easy as that. Arsenal are the better team, so we just need to go and win this game. Obviously, there's going to be variables. Obviously, they have some good players. But Arsenal went away to West Ham last season and won 6-0. And although I don't believe this game will be as comfortable as we enjoyed in that previous game, I do still think we can go there and put on a great performance. I want to see it continued. Look, like I said, the last 5 times we've played them, we've won 2, lost 2, and drawn 1. In terms of form, they're actually slightly better than us at the minute because in the league so far we haven't been great. We've obviously had that win against Forest, but they've won against Newcastle, so they've had a couple of good results recently. But if I'm looking at their team, like I said, they have some solid players, but there's no real killers in there that I'm looking at and thinking this is a player that can really damage Arsenal. Now, this might be famous last words. They might have a player who's going to turn up and score a hat-trick. Anything's possible, of course, but their top scorer this season is Thomas Souček with 3 Premier League goals. That doesn't scream out to me to be a team that is deadly in front of goal. And with our defence, we should be able to keep a clean sheet. That's the way I would be looking at it. Look, they've had 12 games this season, 15 goals, 19 goals conceded. So they're a bit of a meh team. So in terms of a score prediction, look, I'm going to say a comfortable 2-0 win away from home. Wouldn't be surprised if it's 1-0. Wouldn't be surprised if it's 6-1. It's that type of game where I'm expecting Arsenal to go on there and put a great performance. But just let me know your guys' score predictions in the comment section. In terms of team selection, now there are some interesting things to take into account. Obviously, the main one being what will happen with Gabriel. I heard Mikel Arteta's press conference. He didn't want to answer the question directly, as you would imagine with a Mikel Arteta press conference. He never wants to give anything away. But even if we don't have Gabriel, our defence is still strong enough to put out a great defence. Like, we still got some great players. We still got Calafiori. We still got Kiwior, who could even come in there and put on a good performance, you would imagine, in a one-off game. So, to me, of course, I would love to see Gabriel back. But the way Mikel Arteta was speaking, it doesn't appear to me like Gabriel's going to be ready. Now, I've said that before with Declan Rice, and he was ready. So, nothing can be taken as 100%. But I would imagine Gabriel may miss this game or may start on the bench. And then the question is, who fills in for Gabriel? Is it you just put Calafiori in there and then you play Zinchenko or Lewis Skelly at left back? And this is where I think we can have some interesting discussion, because I'm sure everyone will have a different opinion on who should partner Saliba if Gabriel's not available. Let me know in the comment section who you would go for. I would probably go for that one. I would probably go Jurrien Timber at right back, Raya in goal, of course, then Saliba, Calafiori, and probably Zinchenko. Yes, Zinchenko can frustrate. Yes, Zinchenko doesn't do everything as well as maybe a Calafiori when he's playing left back. So I would understand why people would put Calafiori at left back and then maybe play Kiwior as a centre back. I would be open to all of it. Like I said, I'm not seeing West Ham as this dangerous team that are really going to hurt or punish Arsenal if we make over either of those selections. So for me, I'm kind of easy on who plays there. Midfield is also interesting as well, because we did see in the Nottingham Forest game, obviously Declan Rice wasn't being played. It was a Thomas Partey, Mikel Merino central midfield partnering Odegaard as well. So will he revert back to that? Will he go back to playing Merino in this game? Who we saw, Merino and Calafiori against Forest, was very, very strong down that left-hand side. I wouldn't be opposed to seeing it. Would he stick Rice in again? And it's going to be interesting to see, because they are all good options. Do you rest Thomas Partey in this game? Do you rest Rice, who's just coming back from injury? Or do you look at it and say, well, Merino done well in the last Premier League game, so we're going to give him a run out? Let me know your guys' thoughts on it. I probably go Thomas Partey. Actually, I don't know, because Thomas Partey was probably our best player in the last game as well. Thomas Partey, Merino or Rice. Declan Rice for me. I wouldn't, like I said, I'd be happy to see Merino as well. They're just both very good players. And then Odegaard in the 10. And then I would go Saka, Martinelli and Kai Havertz. Like I said, it's very hard to judge now that Mikel Arteta seems to be more comfortable in rearranging this team. Like, he gives players minutes when you probably wouldn't expect it, like in the last game, dropping Havertz, dropping Rice. So yeah, I mean, if there's some rotation in this game, then great, because we need to use our team far better than we did last season, and I think Mikel Arteta seems to be doing that this season. It would appear that way anyway. The last thing I wanted to touch on was just a bit of transfer rumour that I'm seeing online. There seems to be quite a few media outlets releasing that Arsenal may enter the January transfer window to try and sign Adam Wharton. And I wanted to get people's opinions on this, because I think it's a good young player, but so much has to happen for this deal to go through. Like, do you not offer Thomas Partey a new contract if you're looking to sign Adam Wharton? Because Thomas Partey's probably been our best central midfielder this season. So if you renew his contract and give him another 1 year or 2 year deal, then you're probably not going to go and splash 50, 60 million on Adam Wharton. So for this one, I would just simply say, yes, good young player. I think he has a great future. But the deal would appear to me to be so far away that I don't want to spend a 10-minute section or segment explaining why this player would be a great fit for Arsenal. The transfer window is coming up. I understand there's going to be a lot more conversation around players who Arsenal are going to sign. Will it be an attacker, midfielder, defender? Adam Wharton I look at as a good young player with plenty of potential, but I wouldn't expect Arsenal to enter the transfer window to sign him. Now, I could be wrong. I've been wrong in the past. But to me, it's just a deal that I can't see happening. Yes, if it was offered, I would possibly consider it. Is there better options out there? I would also want to know that first. Can you sign a better player than Adam Wharton? But yeah, let me know your guys' thoughts on Adam Wharton. The links coming out between him and Arsenal. Thanks so much to everyone for watching and listening. Before you go, if you could do me a very quick favour, just hit like and subscribe, and I'll speak to you all in tomorrow's video. Gooners, have a good day.